All right, we are live. We are live. Let me make sure we're good on this side. I think we are. What is good, y'all? What is good? What is good, Cowboys Nation? We are back in the JC Lounge. What is going on, everybody? Trey Lance, what's going on? Katana, what's going on? Shout out to you on the TikTok side. What is good? What is good? What's good? Hook line. What's going on, bro? What is up? What is up? Everybody on the TikTok, make sure y'all smash that like button on the YouTube side. What is good? Let me go to my main joint real quick. Hopefully you guys can be able to hear me. Yeah, it's kind of like blue on this side, you know what I'm saying? Because the way that my lighting is, but it is what it is, though. He said, okay. He said, what's up with Trey Lance? Hey, I'm excited. I'm excited about it. I'm definitely excited about it. It's good to have when you having players that's coming in can bring the best out of other players, that's always a good thing. It's always a good thing. And we love to see things like that. Hey, shout out to Stephen White. What's good, bro? What's going on, man? You know, we live in the JC Lounge. You already know what it is, man. It's all good over here. He said, I'm going to today's preseason game. That's what's good. That's what's good. Hey, look, when it comes down to the preseason, you always want to see, like, the thing is with us, man, we talk about this stuff all the time. So you want to see second string, third string, all of these guys. Like, every game is important. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they might not want to, they don't pay attention to these type of games, but just having the second stringers, third stringers, all the things that we talk about throughout the year, it's going to always be fireworks. Hey, what's up, Michael Lockhart? What's good, man? I ain't seen you in a minute, bro. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Not much, man. Not much. Hey, shout out to Eastside, man. What's up, hater? What's good? He said, so let me guess, Dallas is Super Bowl favorite because of Trey Lance. Nah, man. See, here's the thing, though. The thing is, why the reason why I respect this type of move is because you want to bring the best out of Dak Prescott. If we date back to 2016 and when Tony Romo was in there and when he got hurt, Dak Prescott played to not make any mistakes. This is what I've been calling for a very, very long time. Let me put my man on here. Hey, shout out to my man. Hey, look, that's fireworks right there. That's fireworks. This is the type of stuff that we need. And like, just like I said, man, when it comes down to 2016, when you had Tony Romo in there, Dak Prescott, Tony Romo did get better throughout the mid season, towards the end of the season, and Dak Prescott was still playing not to make any mistakes. So when you have a talent like a Trey Lance, even though he has not really proven much in the NFL, but we all know, man, coming out of college, I mean, this player, he had 2,700 yards in 2019, 2,700 yards passing, 1,100 yards rushing, and he had 42 total touchdowns. So you fast forward to 2020, where it was the COVID year. He didn't play that year, but 2021 in the draft, I mean, they gave up the house for this guy. 3 first-round picks, it was a big deal, but we have to understand when it comes down to the NFL, sometimes this stuff just don't work out. You know what I mean? Schemes matter, coaching matters, and hey, it's nothing wrong with starting off fresh. You know what I'm saying? But when I look at situations like this, when it comes down to a Trey Lance, is not going to do anything. Like, Dak Prescott is fine. You know what I'm saying? Dak Prescott is good, but he's just going to have to show up when the games matter. You know what I mean? Next year, he's going to be due $59 million. And we all know he has no trade clause in his contract. So I'm sure he's going to get extended. But just having a guy like him coming in and then Trey Lance, I think is going to be good for him. 2 guys that have a similar type of skill set. He said Lance has too much rust. I mean, he hasn't even been playing. You know what I'm saying? So we got to see how it all plays out with that. Hey, shout out to Etta. What's up, Etta? What's going on? What's good? What is good, man? Shout out to you. Happy Saturday to everybody. I got a fantasy draft today. You know what I'm saying? So a lot's been going on, but I definitely wanted to come in here, tap in with you guys, because I'm happy that we were able to pick this guy up. And just bringing somebody in that has the same similar type of skill set to a Dak Prescott, that is very important, because usually when you see situations like this, like when you look at Cooper Rush, he does not have a similar skill set to Dak Prescott. So playing against the 49ers or any team in the playoffs when games really matter, maybe they're not going to want to drop off. They're not going to want to drop off. My man said, hey, shout out to you, Brian. What's good, bro? Yeah. Hey, what's your name on the TikTok side? I appreciate you, man. You always showing love, man. I appreciate you. He said a super low risk potential franchise changing move. I think so too. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't. I mean, yeah. You said potential franchise changing move. I mean, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. He just got to prove it, but at the same time, I just think that this calls for a better Dak Prescott. I know I chopped up a little edit for him too. So let's see. Let's go to my man. All right. So 6'4", 225 pounds. We all know he was a third overall pick. And he was traded to our Dallas Cowboys coming out of North Dakota State. I mean, this type of player, I did do some tape on this past game that they had against the Broncos, and just having that poise, understanding what his wide receivers are trying to do and putting the ball in good spots. You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff I look for. It's not going to be perfect when it comes down to this guy, but just being able to scramble, get himself out of harm's way, that kind of stuff is key, man. And we all know, like, the quick throws like that, that's the same thing that's implemented in the West Coast type of scheme, where just getting the guys in space and letting these guys cook, man. That's what it's all about. So just seeing him do that, the yak, that's what we do in our offense right there. That's CeeDee Lamb all day. So quick plays like that, I think that'll be good. And sometimes, like, when you're running that West Coast type of offense, it takes time to be able to learn it and understand what's going on. I did like that play right there, that seam route that they ran right there. It was a hole into the defense. So yeah, man, I'm really, really excited to see how this guy plays out. Like he said, I would roll the dice on number 5. Yeah, man, rolling that dice. Yeah, brightness. Okay, that's your name on there. Okay, shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. But yeah, man, just seeing him, man, in this past game, we have not seen too much work from this guy, but just getting out there with a Brandon Cooks, getting out there with CeeDee Lamb and all of those guys, I think it's definitely gonna be fireworks. You know what I mean? Once he get implemented in the offense the right way. Hey, thank you so much, Black Label, for the roses, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much on the TikTok side. Thank you so much for all the love, man. He said, let Trey sit until Dak is done. I think McCarthy will have him right. I mean, the thing is with me, man, I don't think Dak is done. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I just have a feeling that when it comes down to bringing in a player like him, it's just going to bring the best out of Dak Prescott. That's how he is kind of programmed. Because, like, you don't want these guys to get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the guys are going to be talking. It's going to be a lot of talking heads. The media, a lot of people are going to be saying, yeah, put him in, put this player in, put this player in. But I think this is the type of situation that's just going to be best for Dak Prescott. Because when you look at situations, right, with the cornerback position, in the Stephon Gilmore, you look at situations like the wide receiver position with Brandon Cooks, that stuff is huge because we don't want Jalen Tolbert. We don't want CeeDee Lamb. Any of those guys getting comfortable, because why? The NFL is not for long. So whenever you do that, man, it just brings the best out of everybody, man. So it's going to be fireworks, y'all. All right. Shout out to everybody on the TikTok side. He said Cooper Rush is a good player, but Dak is way better. Yeah, the thing that kind of confuses me, right? All right, I'm going to let these play out for a little bit longer. All right, let me go to the chat. Hey, what's going on, Dwayne Brown? What's good, bro? What's good, man? Just excited about this big pickup in Trey Lance, man. But I'm definitely just breaking this stuff down because I just want people to know that, like, I don't think he's coming in here just, try to take a starting position, because Dak Prescott has what it takes, man. You just got to, bring the right people around him and stuff. So it's going to definitely be good. All right. Okay. We got some haters on the TikTok side, but it's all good, though. He said, bro, Dak and Cooper are better teachers than Purdy and Darnold. Yeah. Hey, you know what I'm saying? And the thing is, that's something that a lot of people don't think about, bro. You know what I'm saying? Just having those two guys in a Cooper Rush and a Dak Prescott is definitely going to be good. But my thing that I'm a little bit just kind of throwing me off when it comes down to Trey Lance is the situation with Cooper Rush. You know what I'm saying? I have a picture right here where it say 10 for 12. That was the first game, but you know what I'm saying? It's all good. That was the first game against the Jaguars. That was his stats. But as far as Cooper Rush, it's like, you sign this guy for a 2-year, $6 million deal. I'm trying to figure out, like, what direction are they trying to go when it comes down to Cooper Rush, because quiet is kept. He has put in more work than Trey Lance, you know what I mean? And he got us to a 4-1 record last year. So I'm trying to figure it out. I mean, I have my thoughts on it, but I want to know exactly what everybody upstairs is thinking, because I mean, with Trey Lance coming in here, I mean, I'm just like, okay, where's the room for a guy like Cooper Rush? What's going on, bro? What's going on? Shout out to you, RN. What's good? What's good? All right. My man said, shout out to you, Dwayne. He said Trey Lance is here to learn. By mid-season, Trey will be the number 2. Yeah, hey, I think so too. You know what I'm saying? But just getting in there, implementing him into the system. If they're running RPO, whatever they try and run, Dwayne, you know what I mean? Just get him in there so he can be able to learn, because he does have a better skill set than a Cooper Rush. I mean, we all know that. Let's all keep it real. You know what I mean? But the thing is, man, just learning is not always about the skill set and all that. It's the IQ. And it's the same thing I've been saying about Kelvin Joseph as well. You know what I mean? Like, you can have all the talent in the world, but if the IQ isn't there, if you're not understanding what the offenses are trying to do to you, and you know what I'm saying, you can put yourself in and get yourself in trouble. Oh, he said that was me on a TikTok. Oh, okay, that's what's up. I didn't even know you follow me on TikTok, bro. Hey, what's good, bro? What's good, man? Shout out to y'all, man. Happy Saturday. I don't got no drink, but I do got this Arizona. You already know. It's definitely gonna be good, though. I'm really, really excited, and I just like the way Dallas has been approaching this off season. They've been hungry, and they're thinking ahead. The main thing my main issue about the Dallas Cowboys over the years, I've been wanting them to think ahead. Like a situation with Trey Lance, you have the similar skill set to Dak Prescott. The cornerback position, as far as Stephon Gilmore, the Brandon Cooks playing that wide receiver position. You want to bring guys in here to make a difference. Don't take chances with a Noah Brown and a ailing Michael Gallup. That stuff matters, guys. It matters. All right, let's see. Let me go to my man Steven. He said, hey, shout out to you, Steven. What's good, dog? You always show love, man. What's good, dog? He said, I'm a Rush fan. Dak is another level of an athlete. I'm good with Dak. Having a raw stud that might pop is great. Line matters most. Keep the quarterbacks all healthy is core. Yeah, man, it's imperative. It's very, very imperative. But I don't know how they're going to go about it. Like, are they going to keep 3 quarterbacks on the roster during game day? I don't know how they're going to go about that. And I'm talking about when Trey Lance actually gets himself going and all that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to see if we can be able to get this guy on the roster, game 3, game 2, game 3, if we can be able to implement him in goal line situations. Because just like we saw throughout the whole highlights and stuff, I mean, this is the type of guy that can run an RPO. You can be able to mix things up, man. And we all know, man, this is a new type of offense now that we're going to be running. So it's good to keep these defenses on their heels, man. So he said, is Lance going to get any playing time tonight? I don't think he's playing tonight. If he plays tonight, that'll be a little crazy, bro. That's enough to get you blasted, bro. You gotta understand what Mike McCarthy wants out of his offense. So he said, you weren't alive in 1995. Yes, I was, bro. But thanks for the compliment, man. I'm a little older, man. My birthday was 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? I definitely was, bro. He said this year you can have 3 during game day and have 1 technically on the practice squad. Okay. Well, we'll just see. I mean, it's going to be so exciting to see what happens today. You know what I'm saying? We got to look at situations. Some people are saying, oh, I don't want to look at this type of game or nobody's going to be playing this game. But the stuff that we talk about all throughout the off season, second string, third string, fourth string, all these guys are going to be playing, and let's see who steps up, especially the running back position. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you thinking about this running back position, I mean, has Rico Dowdle separated himself? Chat box, y'all let me know. Do y'all think that he has separated himself? Malik Davis, I mean, I know he's been climbing and trying to, get himself up there on the depth chart as well. You know what I mean? So it hasn't been easy as far as these running backs, but when you look at like guys like Deuce Vaughn, I really don't really care for him to play. You know what I'm saying? Because like when or just maybe a series, a series or 2, that's fine. But he's done enough work that I can say, okay, yeah, man, this dude here, man, is really about that action, man. So my man said Deuce Vaughn has done the best for the running back 2 position. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he has been lights out, but I just want to make sure that they have a good plan when it comes down to being able to block and protect Dak Prescott for goal line work, little things like that. Because I mean, if you're 5'5", 179 pounds, like how much can his body last when it comes down to taking a beating in the NFL, like pound for pound? You know what I'm saying? And I actually I have questions about Tony Pollard being able to, hold up as well. So it's going to definitely be a big deal. He said, okay. Shout out to you. He said, hats off to Rush because the man helped save the season. I just don't know if he fits the West Coast scheme, and that's no knock on the guy. Yeah, I mean, but sometimes with that West Coast type of system, you don't always have to be the most athletic guy, though, Bruce. You know what I mean? As long as you just know what everybody is doing on the offense, your pre-snap reads have got to be on point, because a lot of that stuff, man, they're getting the ball out of their hands quickly. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see games of those guys being 10 for 12 or 10 for 14. I mean, you got a high percentage because those guys are doing a lot of jailbreak screens. So he can be able to run that offense. But I just think that when they add that Texas coast, when you add the Texas, we ain't say the West, the Texas coast, I think they're going to try to have Trey Lance going there and, do his thing, man. So it's definitely going to be big time. All right. Shout out to Dwayne. He said, I believe this move will make Dak better. He loves competition. This will be. Yes. Cooper Rush haven't put pressure on Dak in 7 years. I thank him for the 4-1 start, but it's over after this shit. Hey, bruh. Fireworks, bro. Hey, that's a fire comment right there, bro. And that's the same thing that I've been saying as well. Like, I mean, you got to give Cooper Rush all the credit for going out there and just doing his job. But at the same time, you got to bring in somebody that makes it better for Dak Prescott. Just like that, when I first started this stream with Tony Romo. Tony Romo was sitting there healthy, and Dak Prescott was winning, and he wasn't making any mistakes. They were calling him Dink and Dak. They were calling him all this crazy stuff, but we were lighting people up. We were running that juggernaut, and we went off and had a 13-3 season, and Tony Romo never saw the field. Why? Because Dak Prescott did not want to lose his position, and I think this is going to be the same thing with Trey Lance, even though I think Dak is good, though. You know what I'm saying? I think he's good. Shout out to Ed. That's good, Ed. She said Trey will be the number 2, and he is more Dak comparison, and it's good because when Dak is done, they already have their next quarterback, because Dallas always in the mix to be a good squad. Yeah, and have no chance of getting a quarterback. Yeah, it's all. Hey, look. Hey, fireworks. Hey, it's hard to find quarterbacks in his league, though. It's hard to find quarterbacks. He's only 23 years old. You know what I mean? Let me go here real quick. So he's only 23 years old. My man, just like I said, man, coming out of college, I mean, the dude really dominated the college ranks. You know what I mean? He played that 1 year in 2019. And sometimes when it comes down to having a good season in 1 year, that can get you to where you need to be in the draft. You know what I mean? Because in 2020, he didn't even play. But just being a guy that rushes over 1,100 yards, and you had over 2,700 yards passing with 42 total touchdowns, it's fireworks. But sometimes that doesn't always translate to the NFL. But we do know that the guy has talent. But the situation that's so crazy about this is, you know what I'm saying? Like you could just tell Sam Darnold's giving him that look like, hey, look, man, I'm taking this spot. You're I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. But it is what it is. He's on our team now, and I'm excited for it. Definitely excited for it. All right. My man said, Trey Lance ain't making it past quarterback 3 on any team that ain't the Panthers or the Texans. I mean, see, the thing that's so crazy is, though, bro, like you just got to let that situation play out. A lot of people are saying he can't be this, he can't be that. But, when you come into your first year, he only had 2 seasons. The first year he was playing behind Jimmy G. Then the second year he had the season ending ankle injury. And then this third year, I mean, that was the whole situation. I think it was where Brock Purdy was already starting. So he hasn't really had much time. You know what I'm saying? He's been injured. You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to be a big deal. And see how it all plays out with that, though. All right, the Bottom Line Sports. What's going on, man? First time seeing you on here. He said we should have brought Romo back that year, and we win the Super Bowl. That was a mistake to give the job to Dak at that point. I mean, I can't say that it was a mistake, because you got to understand, man, just like Romo said, football is a meritocracy. You know what I'm saying? 1 minute you there and the next minute is gone. You know what I mean? It's not sweet. So you going year in and year out, bottom line, like, and you're not getting to where you want to be. sometimes that happens, bro. You know what I'm saying? I think they call it Wally pipped. You know what I'm saying? He got Wally pipped, but I love Romo. You know what I mean? I always respect the Romo's game, but he's had his opportunities for our team and he didn't get it done. So, sometimes when you put a new quarterback in there, it's a breath of fresh air. And another thing you got to think about is what were the players thinking about keeping Dak in? Because if you lose the locker room, you'll lose everything. You know what I'm saying? So you got to think about it that way too as well, bro. So, all right. He said Romo wasn't that guy. Romo was good. He was good, man. But definitely got love for Romo. He said Lance will make defense better too. Lance has the speed. Hurts does. Hey, fireworks, bro. Big time practice player. Because why? This is a passing league. And a lot of these quarterbacks now are so athletic that you can be able to practice the RPO. You can practice these little things where, the defense can go throughout the week and start, playing consistent, everybody being on the same page type of ball. You know what I mean? Because if not, going up against these athletic quarterbacks, they'll burn you. You know what I mean? So, hey, shout out to my man, Coach Ma. What's good? What's good, man? I see you, bro. What is good, man? Just coming in here, chopping up real quick. You already know. All right. My man said, he said the bottom line, well, you might be a Dak hater. I hope not. Now the haters about to come out and do numbers. Yeah, hey, look, they about to come out numbers. The haters that always come out. I don't know, if bottom line a hater, man, but at the same time, like you can't take anything away from Dak Prescott. Like I'm just excited just to know that Trey Lance is there. You know what I mean? And he can be able to learn, and we'll see how it all goes from there. So he said, let's see. Okay. He said, this is Dak's year. Dallas Cowboys for life. Yeah, big time. I think so too. I think this is Dak's year. Super, super excited, man, to see how it all plays out. He said, JC, I'm most excited about having someone who can give up enemy secrets. Hey, yo, for real. For real. Because that's one of our arch rivals right there. So yeah, I feel you on that, bro. I feel you on that. All right. Let me go here real quick. Okay. Okay, we touched on that. Okay. Okay, so I did want to talk about one guy, right? Jabril Cox. Definitely want to talk about Jabril Cox because I want to see how he's going to be able to play out this game coming up. You know what I mean? Because you have situations where you got DeMarvion Overshown. I mean, he has shown so much promise throughout mini camp, OTAs, and training camp. And for a player like him to go down, it's very, very unfortunate because he was coming in just like Jabril Cox, where a lot of people had a lot of question about him being able to stop the run. He was a converted safety, but this is an opportunity now for this guy to step up. I really, really, really like this player. I chopped up another edit on him. Like, I mean, just to see what this guy has been doing in the preseason so far has been big time. His closing, his closing speed, the questions that they had about this guy being able to stop the run, just being a slippery player, like right there, understanding where you can go, understanding depth, not trying to be too aggressive. If he can be able to continue to keep doing this, it's going to be good. But I mean, just getting down to the little things, you see how slippery that was. That was such a good play right there, yo. Such a good play. Look at this play right here where he can just get small, slippery. That stuff right there is what the coaches look for to be able to run that linebacker position, because we're going to be looking for this guy. If he can, get some burn, look at the closing speed right there, it's going to be good. We know that he can be able to cover these guys, tight ends and running backs as well. But just being able to stop the run, man, and not trying to overthink. Like a player like that, you didn't try to overthink. You seen what you got the right read, and you went out there and you took off. So, but I'm proud of him though. You know what I mean? A lot of people have been maligning this guy, but I think with his type of skill set, eventually he'll be able to get this thing going. And I mean, opportunity knocks for this guy. Definitely knocks for this guy. So, excited to see how he plays this game coming up. Shout out to Coach Marv. He said, who roster spot did Trey Lance take because Will Grier was not making the team anyway? That's what that's what I'm saying. I don't know who roster spot he took, bro, but I mean, I know he's gonna be on it. You know what I mean? But they just got figured out and from there. Yeah, man. So just seeing what Jabril Cox has done so far, man, being able to stop the run, that's one of the biggest things that I wanted to see out of this player. And like, it's good to sometimes have a strong safety or a safety that's converted into a linebacker, because we all know that this is a passing league now. You know what I mean? So it's definitely going to be a huge deal, going forward throughout this season, to see how this player can be able to shake out in the big game. So he said, but that year we would have won. Okay, we would have. Okay, you talking to somebody else? I got you. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. He said we get hyped every year to be let down. Really hoping this year is finally different. It should be different, man. It should, but you gotta look at it like this, Terry. Like just seeing what they have been doing upstairs, bringing in so many different guys. You know what I mean? From the offense to the defense, special teams. You've been bringing in these guys. So now the main thing about Dallas, man, is just the offensive line. If they can get that offensive line right, if they can get that defensive line right, this was going to bring the best out of those guys, man. And it's going to be an exciting year. It's going to be an exciting year. All right, let's see. Okay. All right. Shout out to Etta. She said, Coach Marv, nobody, they can have 3 quarterbacks, but he will be shooting at number 2. Yeah. I think he's definitely gonna be shooting at number 2, but it's gonna definitely take some time with the player. I can't wait to see him. I'm not sure when we will see him, but if they can be able to implement him in, some certain type of sets, I guess, I don't know, like second or third game of the season, towards the goal line and stuff like that, slowly get him into the groove. You know what I'm saying? He said, I hope our offensive line rises to the next level. Yeah, man, when you got guys like Zach Martin, yeah, you can be able to get there. You definitely can be able to get there. So I'm definitely excited to see how that all plays out. As far as the linebacker position, like I said, man, it's so unfortunate to see a guy like DeMarvion Overshown, man. I knew that this dude was going to really take the league by storm, but sometimes you can just tell by that dog mentality, you can tell by that swagger that guy has it. But you gotta always have an ace in the hole. This is why we had Jabril Cox. So Jabril Cox can be in there with Damone Clark, LVE, and those guys can be able to step up. They definitely can be able to step up. And shout out to my man, Coach Marv. You know what I'm saying? My man said that they can potentially be running a 3-4. That's big time. That's definitely big time. I can't wait to see it. You know what I mean? Because they might be having something under their sleeve that we have not seen, but being able to run that 3-4 or 4-3 in Dan Quinn's type of scheme. We know that he runs a lot of 4-3, a lot of nickel and all that good stuff, but having that type of versatility like that, if they can be able to pull that off, man, it's going to be big time. The only thing that I have about the 3-4 is stunts. You know what I mean? Because stunts can get you in trouble if you're not practicing that in training camp, if you're not practicing that in OTAs enough, because they blitz a lot. There's a lot of bluff blitzes, a lot of stunts. So all it takes is for one person to make a mistake when it comes down to that 3-4. So you don't want to get gashed, but if those guys, they do have the talent to do it, I just hope that they was doing that, throughout the season and not showing that, you know what I mean? Throughout preseason and stuff. So, all right. Shout out to my man, Bottom Line Sports. Hey, make sure y'all smash that like button too, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for all the support. Thank you so much. Thank you. All right. Let's see. Okay. We got Eagles fans on the TikTok side trying to come on. Yeah, you over here doing the most right now. You spamming. All right. Okay. He said Dallas has their next franchise quarterback. Trust me, Trey will be the next Mahomes. That's saying a lot right there, bro. That's saying a lot. You know what I mean? Like, definitely for a guy that hasn't proven it, you know what I mean? But he does have a unique skill set. Very, very athletic type of player. And it's definitely going to be good just to see, man. I'm just so excited that you can just bring somebody in there like him, man. It's just definitely fireworks, man. And I'm proud. I didn't know that this was going to happen, but it was something that I always told myself, man, they need to bring somebody in there to be with Dak Prescott so he won't get comfortable. Like I said, not trying to take his position, but just so he won't get comfortable. All right. All right, let's see. You said your expectations on the upcoming season. I think, hey, bro, I'm hoping that we dominate in this upcoming regular season. I'm hoping that we dominate. We do have the guys to be able to do it, but at the same time, when you get to the playoffs, when the games really matter most, what are you going to do? Are you going to step up or are you going to fold? That's the thing. That's where we are right now when it comes down to our Dallas Cowboys. We can get there. Bro, we can get to 12-5, 13-4. We know how to do that. But the main thing is when the lights are bright, when everybody is watching, are we going to step up? Dak Prescott, do you have it in you to step up? You know what I mean? And I like what everybody's been doing upstairs, bringing in all these guys. And hey, bro, I think it's gonna be good. It's definitely gonna be good. I'm excited. All right. All right. Shout out my man CJ. What's up, CJ? What's good? What's good, CJ? What's good? You said I love this. A lot more upside than Will Greer for the next few years. Yeah, big time, big time. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, Will Greer, he's been trying though. He's been trying, but he ain't nowhere near a Lance. You know what I'm saying? That's for sure. What's up, Joe? Shout out to you. What's good? Rampage, what's good, bro? What's good with you, man? You already know, man. Giving this Saturday flavor, giving a little Saturday flavor. All right, so this is what I wanted to do. Okay, so we already touched on that. All right, so as far as the game, right? So we talked about Jabril Cox. We already broke him down and all that good stuff. What we want out of this player and his type of skill set that he has. He's been stepping up in preseason, but y'all know I always do getting to know the enemy. You know what I mean? This throughout the whole season, that's what I do on my breakdowns. That's what I'm going to be doing on my live stream. So I'm going to be talking about the enemy players a lot just so we can break them down. I might be doing some all 22 on those guys too if I got enough time. At the same time, I did want to talk about this guy, Michael Maher. Getting to know the enemy on this guy, because the thing is with him, he was one of the guys, right, that we're going to be playing against tonight, that I was real high on him. I was one of the guys that was real high on this type of player. They were calling him baby Grunt coming out of high school, and just seeing him, he does have issues when it comes down to being able to gain separation, but being a physical tight end, being one of those guys that he tries to bully you. I want to see if Jabril Cox can be able to cover this guy and shut this guy down. You know what I'm saying? Good player, definitely a good player. He was one of the guys that I was really, really high on, but just going up against a player like him, somebody that's physical and willing to be able to run routes, it's going to be good work for guys like Jabril Cox, possibly Marquise Bell. I want to see some Marquise Bell coming up in this game. But yeah, man, it's definitely going to be good with that. Definitely going to be good. Hey, shout out to Jazz. What's good, Jazz? What's good? What's good? Yeah, we open right now, Jazz. You already know what it is. You already know. Hey, shout out to the 34 people we got in here, man. Make sure y'all smash that like button for me. Happy Saturday. You know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. All right, my man said Eagles take a step back. They lost both coordinators. Jalen got paid. When a quarterback gets paid, most of the time they have a down year, and the following year we win in the East. I think we're gonna win the East too, right? And you already know. I think we're gonna win the East too. It's not gonna be sweet, but I think that they're gonna be good. I actually want them to be good. Like ain't nobody scared of the Eagles, bruh. Like I want them to be good. So once the time when it's time for us to get to the December, we'll be ready to rock and roll and get those guys out the way, or anybody that we lining up against. Because why? When you're playing against those top teams, man, that gets you ready for the big games. So you don't want to just, I mean, it's cool to run through the division, but you do want to have those tough games playing against those guys, man, and see how it all plays out from there, man. But you definitely want to get better. ACP, what's good? What's going on, bro? I think it's my first time seeing you in here. What's good, man? Make sure y'all smash that like button, man. On the TikTok side, what's good? All right, he says, is San Francisco going to win the NFC? Man, hey, look, man. Hey, we ain't scared of them 49ers. I'm going to tell you that right now. We ain't scared of them. All right, let's see. This is Hunter Lupke's game. Hey, if Hunter Lupke can be able to step up this game, bro, that'll be huge. That'll be big time. But, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, how much playtime Rico Dowdle gets. I mean, if he gets a little bit of playtime this game, then I think that might solidify him being that number 2. I'm definitely going to be looking to see if Deuce Vaughn is going to be playing. And as long as these guys stay healthy, this is a situation where I would like to see Michael Gallup play. That's me, just for like a couple series, you know what I mean? Like coming off that injury that he had a slow year this past year, and the rise of Jalen Tolbert, like, let's see how it all plays out with that. But at the same time, I think that we will have a lot of people out there to be out there balling. So you said okay. Hey, what's up, Patrice? Shout out to you. What's good? I see you. What's good? What is good? All right, my man said, what's up, D West? He said, you think this is Dak's last chance? Nah, I don't think this Dak last chance, man. I'm trying to tell you, man, Dak is going to step up when it matters. Like when you have, like I said, when you have a guy like Trey Lance in there, right? and you have Dak Prescott there, I think this is when he steps up and he stays consistent. Watch. Remember I said this. You might hear about less interceptions, more smarter reads, and not trying to put the ball in harm's way, because I don't think he likes to hear about the talking heads and stuff like that. He likes to be comfortable, but to bring the best out of some players, man, you got to make them a little uncomfortable sometimes. So all right, shout out Patrice. She said, hope you enjoyed your birthday, JC. It's football time. Let's go. I think MG13 will be fine. I think he'll be fine too. Thank you so much too, Patrice. I appreciate you. Yeah, I think he'll be fine too. But, just getting in there, getting the reps in there and just trying to, get yourself together, getting ready for football season. It's going to definitely be huge. Definitely going to be huge. All right, let's see. Let's see. Raiders. Okay. He said Raiders versus Cowboys tonight. Yeah. I think it's 7 or 8 o'clock. 7 or 8 o'clock. All right. Shout out to my man Richard. What's going on, man? I ain't seen you since last season, bro. I ain't seen you since last season. Hey, bro, I'm a little late to the chat. I just want to know what you think of the trade. Why do you think they did it? Man, I think they did it because they want to have him as that second quarterback. You know what I mean? But I'm happy about it, bro. I'm happy about it. I mean, they have a similar type of skill set, and I think it's just gonna be good for Dak Prescott, bro. You know what I mean? That's why, I think it'll definitely be good for us. So it's not gonna make him feel like he's comfortable. He said, oh, okay, my man Craig said, I don't get the trade. Yeah, it's like 50-50. A lot of people going back and forth, but you know how that go, man. He said, what do you think about the Giants? They got a squad over there. Yeah, they got some players, but bro, they can't beat us, bro. It's like y'all have. I don't know if you're a Giants fan, but y'all have problems with us when it comes down to playing against Dak, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the Washington Commanders. All of them do. All right. My man said week 10, Dak's gonna be benched for Lance. I'm calling it. Nah, bro. I doubt that. We'll see though. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because Lance, like I said, man, he's a good player, but he still got to prove it though. He got to prove it to us. All right. Dak has a bounce back year, but he'll throw 10 interceptions because he put it out there in the atmosphere. I mean, yeah, we'll see, man. We'll see. I just think that he'll have a good year. I think he's definitely gonna have a good year. You got too much talent around you, bro. The run game, the offense, if that offensive line stays healthy, bro, we're gonna cook. I mean, it's gonna be hard for y'all any team to be able to stop us. All right. He said Jerry does not want to pay Dak $59 million next year. Hey, bro, I think the way that contract is, bro, I mean, they have no other choice to be able to extend that contract, bro. You know what I'm saying? So if Dak can be able to show up, if he shows up, then hey, they're gonna have to extend him because he is due $59 million next year. He is due that. So it's gonna be huge. But the best thing to do is to extend him. Hopefully he steps up, no trade clause in that contract, and we'll see, man. But I got faith when it comes down to Dak Prescott. My man said Giants have good pieces, but they always seem like they can't put it together. Yeah, I mean they definitely do. They definitely do good defense, but like when you're playing against the juggernaut teams, that's where they have problems. When what's the quarterback's name? Daniel Jones. Yeah, once he's playing against our defense, we all know that DeMarcus Lawrence, when he even sees the Giants, he's ready to break their neck. Straight up. You already know how he go. Eli Manning, it don't matter who it is. Anybody can get it when it comes down to DeMarcus Lawrence. My man said the way I think that they're going about it is that if Prescott doesn't take us to the NFC Championship game, they're probably going to release Ameritrade them and put Trey Lance in as a starter. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. A lot of people have been thinking about how this whole situation is going to go, but I just believe in Dak Prescott. I don't think that he's not rocking for it, bro. He's not rocking for it. But just to know that if he was to get injured, you have a guy like a Trey Lance to go in there and pick up, you know what I'm saying, and we won't have no drop off like that. So, all right, let's see. They should have extended Dak already. Yeah, hopefully they get it done. Hopefully they do get it done. You know what I'm saying? So we'll definitely see how it all plays out with that. But all right, let me go here. Okay, so I'm not sure. Okay, so another one of the guys that I really want to see coming out tonight, you know what I mean, that has had a very good preseason training camp is Wanye Thomas. You know what I mean? Like a lot of times, like you always have those guys that come out and it can be year one or year two that just comes out of nowhere. You have your Patrick Creighton's, you have your Miles Austins, you have those type of players. What Jalen Tolbert is coming out of nowhere and doing. This is the type of situation right here where I'm going to be looking at this guy because every possession matters. If you can be able to get a guy that can get turnovers with our explosive type of offense, you're going to see the field. You are going to see the field. So just seeing him, seeing what he has been doing and understanding what Dan Quinn has been wanting out of him, and he's going out there and flourishing. It's good to see. It's definitely good to see. But still got to go out there and prove it. So I'm going to be looking for him to step up tonight as well. You know what I'm saying? But it's a lot of those guys. Like Marquise Bell is another guy that has been getting a lot of play. That linebacker type of position, that big nickel linebacker roaming around in the sideline to sideline. And he was one of the guys that was coming out of FAMU as well. Just like Isaiah Land, same type of player where, sideline to sideline type of player, very hungry for the ball. So just having those hungry guys like that, just like a Wanye Thomas, man, we need those type of guys. But we know Donovan Wilson coming back though. Yeah, we already know, man. My man coming back. He coming back. All right. It said, okay, Ford will show up. Hey, straight up, Ford definitely gonna show up. You already know. Shout out to Bottom Line. He said, I have faith in Dak unless he gets to 33 plus attempts. He needs to roll out and bootleg more, limit his pocket plays, and we win. Hey, yeah, I got you, bro. I got you. That's why I say, like, sticking to running the ball, sticking to what you know best. Don't try to get too cute. You know what I mean? When those teams get too cute, then the better defenses, they can be able to dissect you and figure out what you're trying to do. But Dak Prescott plays the best, when he's under like 33 attempts, which is fine. You know what I mean? You don't have to play that Patrick Mahomes type of ball to be a dominant unit, you know what I mean, on offense. Like you can go out there and play efficient ball, run the ball, pick your shots, play action. This is the kind of stuff that he was doing his first year that I've seen a lot. But a lot, like I said, a lot of people was making a lot of fun of him, calling him Dank and Dak. But when you're doing that type of stuff and you're picking your shots, it's hard to beat offenses like that because they can't figure you out. So it's definitely going to be good, y'all. All right, shout out to my TikTok side. Okay, my man said the fact that some. Okay, hold on. Okay, he said we got Trey for the Niners playbook knowledge to have an edge on them in the playoffs. I know, right? Hey, that'll be good, man. If we can be able to get a little bit from that, you know what I mean? Like everything counts when you're playing in the playoffs. You know, if you can be able to get a little bit of tea on the 49ers, man, that's definitely good. And I'm sure he will spill it. All right, I like Juan. Yeah, me too. Definitely like player. He's very, very hungry player. All right, Richard. Okay, shout out to you. He said, "Believe me, I don't want any bad. I don't want any bad on Dak. I really want him to play well. I just think I think they're doing this as a backup option. Yeah. I mean, me too. That's what I'm saying, bro. You have to do that as a backup option. But just like I said, man, just having Dak Prescott there, having Trey Lance there, you know what I mean? Eventually, he's going to climb on to, what we want out of him. And I think that eventually, man, he'll get this thing going, man. So it's definitely going to be fireworks. All right. Shout out to you, Jazz. I see you, Jazz. My man said, I don't think Trey will be a starter at all. He has only played 4 total games in the NFL. He is unproven, so I doubt he will be a starter at all. He just needs an opportunity. He won't get it in Dallas. I mean, yeah. I'm kind of like in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that he is a good player. It's just it's more about getting to the right scheme, getting to the right team, and seeing how it goes from there. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, with Dak Prescott, I just think that this just gonna bring out a better Dak Prescott. And yeah, but it's always good to have a second quarterback behind you, you know what I'm saying, just in case you were to get injured, you know what I'm saying, and see what happens from there. So, all right. He said Dak is on a hot seat. I don't think he's on a hot seat, man. I don't think he's on a hot seat. All right. So, as far as, okay, I think I pretty much hit on everything. I did talk about my guy Sam Williams a couple days ago, man. Yeah, it's so crazy about my guy Sam Williams, but I think that once he get his head on straight, he can. I mean, he has all the talent in the world, but just being around the right people, that's the most important thing. I mean, he's one of the guys that can literally play in any type of scheme. Just like my man Coach Marv been talking about 3-4, 4-3 guys that can go out there and make a difference. But hanging around the right people off the field and being around the people on the field is going to be very imperative to get this guy's head on straight. But we all know everybody upstairs, when it comes down to the Dallas Cowboys, they like to go pick up them dogs. They like to go pick up those rah-rah guys like a Kelvin Joseph. I mean, sometimes you can hit on these guys. Randy Gregory was another one. Sometimes it's good. You got to go get yourself a dog, guys that can be able to get into your face. And just like Charles Haley did, he was one of those rah-rah guys. It's special having those players sometimes, but you just got to make sure that they're on point off the field as well as on the field. So it's a lot that comes to these guys, but I think that with his type of skill set, man, I mean, special player, and hopefully it all works out for him. He said, "Hats off to the front office. What a difference a year makes. Big time, bro. Big time. Definitely everything that they did in the off season." All right. Shout out to KHY. He said, "To me, this is a way for us to make our short yardage and red zone play calling even better. Allow Trey to do things Dak used to do pre-2020. Yeah, exactly. But you can still be able to have Dak do that stuff too. You know what I'm saying? My thing is like just keeping yourself out of harm's way. You don't want to be like Josh Allen coming out there and, putting yourself in harm's way, Lamar Jackson doing that kind of stuff. But if you can be able to get down, if you can be able to learn how to slide, then you're fine. You know what I'm saying? You can go out there and make some big time plays. But as far as Trey Lance, I think he can be able to do it all too. That's why we're talking about those guys having that same similar type of skill set. You know what I'm saying? And I think Dallas, they were biting, trying to go pick him up, get that one done. The man said the Sam Williams incident sounds worse than what the actual circumstances are. Texas just has weird laws. Yeah, they definitely do. But being a player or just anybody out there, man, you got to understand what you want to understand what's going on in Texas. You know what I'm saying? What can get you in trouble? What can get you in trouble? You just got to be on point. You know what I mean? Because you can't get caught into jams like that. Because one situation can keep you out of the league and you will never be able to play again. You know what I'm saying? So just being mindful, thinking ahead, and just doing the little things. But with Sam Williams, like I said, man, he has all the talent in the world, but having a rough upbringing, and I think he wasn't around his mom or dad or something like that in the beginning of his life and stuff like that. So, I mean, you just gotta. It might be a work in progress with this guy, but just as long as he can be able to try to take those steps and make himself be a better person, man. So it's gonna be huge, man, with him. Because we're definitely going to need him down the stretch. But that's part of the reason why I was saying that Dorrance Armstrong, it ain't no point of cutting Dorrance Armstrong or any of those other guys, because those guys go out there and play. You know what I mean? So, hey, shout out to Chris Gons. What's good, bro? He said, go Cowboys. JC, I'm at work. I work for the hospital, showing love, man. Just saw you doing live chat. What I think about Trey Lance. I like the trade, low risk, maybe high reward at 23. We don't know about him. Yeah, big time. And he's a very, very young player. I mean, he's only played 2 seasons. So 49ers give up on a player like that. I mean, that's a little crazy for Sam Darnold. That's a little crazy. But you know how the NFL goes. You already know. All right, let's see. Okay, Patrice said, play your game and not try to be super quarterback. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Fireworks. You don't try to be Willie Beeman. Hey, remember Any Given Sunday, Patrice? You don't want to be Willie Beeman out here. Just go out there, run the juggernaut, and I think it'll be fine. Let's just see what happens with these tight ends, how they're going to play these tight ends. If Luke Schoonmaker, has he separated himself to try to be able to get more time with that 12 personnel? Because that's what we know that's what they want to run. You know what I mean? Jake Ferguson, we know he's been doing very, very well. Shout out to my man, Captain Rob, because he said Jake Ferguson was going to start. And I think he's going to be one of the guys that's going to really, really make a big difference in our offense this year. But Peyton Hendershot, I mean, they're deep as far as the tight end position, but let's just see who steps up. Hey, shout out to Ronald Fletcher. I don't know if that's the Ronald Fletcher that I know. It was good, bro. I don't know if that's my man, but what's good? He said He's a great addition to the team. Big time, bro. Big time. He said, yeah, absolutely no Willie Beeman. Yeah, you can't have no Willie Beeman. I know, right? Yeah, because somebody gonna end up getting injured. All right. He said, stand no chance against the Birds. Stop it, bro. How many? Hey, look, what's Dak Prescott's record against y'all? What's Dak? You go look that up and come back and holler at me. All right. Let's see. He said, will the Cowboys try to pick up Trey Lance? Oh, we already got him, bro. We already got him. Yeah, Steamin' Willie Beeman. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. He said 8-3, big deal. Exactly. So calm it down. Dak Prescott has an 8-3 record when it comes to playing you guys. So you already know when Dak is lining up against you, we will beat y'all. So don't think it's sweet. Shout out to my man KHY. He said, imagine Trey Lance being a part of why the Cowboys beat the 49ers week 5. 49ers would be sick to their stomach. I am for real. That's why it's going to be good. I'm definitely excited. But tonight, it's going to be big for the second string, third string, fourth string guys. Let's see what happens with these running backs. I probably will be going live tomorrow. Going to go in here. I'm probably going to do like the fan Fridays where you guys call in and we can all chop it up and all that good stuff, man. Talk good football and just see how it all plays out with this whole 53-man roster. And see who's hot, who's not. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. All right. My man said, and Hurts is 2-2 against the Cowboys. Yeah, but Hurts. Look, man, Hurts got a lot of work to do. Like, yeah, he had a pretty good season last year, but the quarterback position, like it takes time. It takes time. Like it's not just 1 year. I mean, you got to keep putting it on, stacking up good seasons, and what are you going to do when these defenses come out there and scheme on you? You know what I mean? When they start watching film, you know what I mean? So you got to be able to adjust. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. He said top 3 quarterback. They be saying anything on TikTok, boy. I'm telling you. Shout out to y'all though. But yeah, man, we about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all for tapping in with me, man. You already know we definitely gonna tap into this game. I got a fantasy draft tonight. And I might go live later on tonight. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if my boy Rob, I might tap in with him and see what's good. But I appreciate y'all so much for tapping through, man. And yeah, man, I'll talk to y'all soon. All right, y'all, gone.